Hi everyone. We are discussing about time as a resource. We are discussing about goal setting as a process for achievement. We are discussing about how the life's purpose should be accomplished through intellectually managing our resource called time. Normally, people used to say that you have a goal, you have a long-term goal, medium-term goal, short-term goal, then you are very clear about what is that you want to achieve. We believe that just having a to-do list will make a big difference. By putting it on a piece of paper, there is a certainty that you will do it. I want to explain to you that before doing all this, you have to do one thing, which means internalizing your goal, making it installed so powerfully, so strongly that you become consistent, so that you persevere even if you are pushed back. That's what we are going to see in this episode. Putting your time to productive use is called optimizing personal productivity. In order that to take place, see this. There are three components involved: the brain, the mind, and the intellect. I explained to you the relationship between these three. Now let me explain to you the brain aspect of it. A brain is a place where a lot of signals emanate to the five senses of a body. If the brain is not sending these signals, you will be brain dead, or you will not be conscious. For example, if you are sleeping and the brain is taking rest, though a lot of changes are taking place inside the brain, if you get a dream that you are being chased by a tiger, the brain will not order for you to get up and run. But when you are awake, when you see some threat to your life, as I mentioned to you in my previous episode, chemicals secrete, hormones secrete, and you find yourself in a different energy level. You should understand how the brain is responsible for putting your time into productive use. There are two halves to your brain: the right brain and the left brain. You should understand the significance of the split brain theory of the brain. Then you will understand why you are consistent or why you are not consistent, why you persevere or why you don't persevere, why you are at the peak of your energy sometimes, but at the lowest ebb of your energy sometimes. You have to understand what is that one thing which makes you to work hard. That's called the split brain theory. Broadly, let us understand the right brain is the emotional brain. It is the place where you start getting your daydreaming. It's the place where you visualize what is that you want to be. Or put it in another way, by using your right brain, you can visualize you are achieving the goal. You can visualize how you will feel when you achieve the goal. You will visualize the emotion associated when you have achieved the goal. This is very, very important, the right side of the brain. The right side of the brain gives you the picture as it is going to be when you really reach there. That is the right side of the brain. On the left side of the brain, it's a more of a logical brain. It is a disciplined brain. it gives you the steps how to reach where you want to reach. Roger Sperry got a Nobel Prize for this split brain theory. In my time management seminars, I give some basic exercises so that people understand that there are two halves in the brain, the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain. In order to optimize your personal productivity, your ability to understand the functionality of the right and the left side of the brain is very, very important. Okay? I have come across people in my seminars or in my counseling, they have excellent ideas, certainly that will take them to a different platform altogether, but they have not done. They are stuck. It is something like a computer screen which hangs, for which they should have the left side of the brain supporting them. It is a more disciplined brain. If you see my 7 steps on personal productivity, list goals, set correct priorities, have a daily to-do list, all those things. The first one, listing of goals, setting correct priorities, is the right side of the brain. On the left side, you have to know, how am I going to spend this week? How am I going to plan for the next week? I have 24 hours in the morning. How am I going to fill up this day? Is it going to be towards my goal, or is it going to take it away? This exercise is very, very, very important when it comes to executing your long-term plan. I will give you a simple exercise in this episode so that you understand there are two halves of your brain. Take a piece of paper. Stop this video, pause this video, really take a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. Now, in this exercise, what is important is your flow of writing is very, very important. Right? What is it you are going to write? I am going to tell you now. I am going to ask you a question. Who are you? That's the question. Simple. Who are you? நீங்க யாரு? யாருன்னா உங்களை பற்றி சொல்லுங்க அப்படி சொன்னால் நீங்கள் சொல்ல மாட்டீங்களா? அதை எழுதணும். ஒரு சீரியல் நம்பர் 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 போட்டுட்டு எழுதுறேன். For example, if somebody asks me, who am I? Or what is your uniqueness? I will write, I am a creative person, I am a hardworking person, sometimes I get short-tempered, I try to do many things, I love people, I am a team builder. So what I did just now, went on writing. So just piece of paper, you write it, that's it. Once having written this, fold it, keep it aside, take a walk and come back. After half an hour, I wanted to continue this this video. This time, you take another piece of paper, take the pen in your non-dominant hand. Last time, if you had used this hand to write, this time you are going to use this hand to write. If you are a right-hander normally, this time you are going to hold the pen on the left hand. Take another piece of paper. I am going to ask you the same question. Who are you? What is your uniqueness? With this hand, write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as my number of characteristics that you want to list. Don't recall what you have written. Don't open the paper and write. Whatever comes to your mind, write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do this exercise. You may find it difficult to write in the left hand, in the non-dominant hand, if you are not a left-hander already. Your handwriting will not be legible, doesn't matter, you write it. Once you are written, fold this and keep it aside. Now, I am going to ask you to compare the list 1 and the list 2. So put it side by side and underline items which are common in both. For example, if you have said, I work hard, right? It is there in this also, underline that. The second one is, whatever is not in the second list, but it is there in the first list, put an asterisk. Similarly, whatever is not in the first list but finds a place in the second list, put a double asterisk. Do this, right? Now, let me tell you what is the interpretation. The split brain theory says that your left side of the limb are connected to the right side of the brain. So, this is my left hand. If I lift it up and down, the command came from my right side of the brain. It is cross-wired. If I lift my right hand up and down, the command came from the left side of the brain. So again it is cross-wired. Now, in the first list, when you wrote your dominant hand, that is right hand, if you are a normal right-hander, that definition of you, that description of you emanated from the left side of the brain. So whatever you written, it is that. Your left brain knows you are so and so. Now in the second list, whatever you written is a command or an awareness of your right side of the brain. For example, in the second list, if you written, I am a creative person, but it is not there in the first list, which means your right side of the brain knows that you are a creative person, but the left side of the brain does not know. They are called strangers. Similarly, in the first list, if you written, I am short-tempered at times, which came from the left side of the brain, the right side of the brain is not aware of it. Right? Now, which means your right side of the brain knows you are a creative person, but whenever you want to be creative, the left brain does not support you. Please understand what I am trying to say. Because it is not recognizing. For example, sometimes, when you connect an electronic instrument to your Wi-Fi, it says not recognized. Or you put a thumb drive into a computer gadget, not recognized. So this will show you that you have two different personalities. Supposing there is identical list in both the list, it's called mirroring. Supposing it is there, I am a creative person in both the list. Your right brain knows that you are a creative person, your left brain knows you are a creative person. Smooth cooperation between these two. Right? So, in order to set your goals and list your priorities, and if you want to go smoothly in pursuit of your goal, this brain chemistry you should know. It will help you to break down your goal into manageable subtasks. It will make you to understand how to reach and persevere your goal. In the next episode, I am going to explain to you the mind aspect of it. Then the episode next, we will explain about the intellect portion of it. I hope I have explained this to you. We will see you in the next episode. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. Press the bell button. We will meet in the next episode. All the best.